you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember. Well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation. What up, guys? It's your boy Nakamoto Crypto here, and today we have got Jim Rodgers discusses Bitcoin as money and why governments will stop crypto. Now, Jim Rodgers, who co-funded the Quantum Fund with billionaire investor George Soros, has shared his views on Bitcoin and its use as money and government's response to the growing use of cryptocurrency. Now, he predicts that central banks will not let uncontrolled money be used. He's a famous investor and he shared his predictions about the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in an interview with Asahi Shimbun, Singapore's branch manager Koji Nishimura, published on Friday. Rodgers co-funded the Quantum Fund back in 1973 with billionaire George Soros, which was considered one of the most successful hedge funds in its heyday. They earned a net of 4,200% return over 10 years throughout the 1980s compared to the 47% that the S&P 500 was returning. Pretty much these guys outperformed the S&P back in the 1980s. Rodgers believed that if cryptocurrency succeeds in being used as money instead of primarily for speculations, then governments will intervene, making it illegal in order to stop its use. For this reason, he says, I believe that the value of virtual currencies represented by Bitcoin will decline and eventually become zero. He told the publication that it is hard for us to move money without the control of governments. The government wants to know everything. Controllable electronic money will survive, and virtual currencies beyond the influence of governments will be eliminated. So yes, they are moving into a cashless society, but they don't want any virtual currencies involved. This is an industry insider, and that's his story. Rodgers explains that cryptocurrency markets are volatile, particularly during the global economic crisis. Even though cryptocurrencies did not even exist a few years ago, in the blink of an eye, they become 101,000 times more valuable. This is a clear bubble, and I don't know the right price, he says, emphasizing that cryptocurrencies are not investments but just gambling. So according to this guy, we are just gambling. He proceeds to talk about electronic money, saying that governments like electronic money because with electronic money you can keep track of when, where, and who spends and how much. Governments will have more control over people through electronic money. The investing guru described, electronic money has a low issuing cost. Cash must be printed, carried, and counted. It is expensive for the government. So they're making moves, getting rid of the cash, and turning us all into a cashless society. However, cryptocurrencies beyond the control of governments will not be accepted as money. Rodgers believes, adding that those who work on cryptocurrency think they are smarter than the government. However, the government has something that those who work with virtual currencies don't have. What is that? What do they have, he says? It's a gun. They have guns, we don't. And for this reason, he says, I believe that virtual currencies will disappear eventually. Well, they haven't been disappearing for the last 10 years. So he believes that governments will never let Bitcoin be used as money. So only 100 years ago, he says, we could use whatever we liked as money back then. You could use coins, gold, silver, or shells. Banks could also print the bills themselves. That was legal back then. He was quoted as saying, however, that in the mid-1930s, the Bank of England declared that using any type of money other than the money it issued was illegal. So Rodgers pointed out, as a result, no one used money other than the money issued by the Bank of England, predicting that the same thing will happen to cryptocurrency. So eventually we are going to vanish. While admitting that a society where governments know too much about our actions is unfavorable, he believes that cryptocurrency beyond the control of the governments will not be widely distributed as money. Now, while Rodgers himself is not bullish on cryptocurrency, clearly, many institutional investors are increasingly interested in investing in this asset class. Fidelity Digital Assets recently conducted a survey about 800 institutional investors in Europe and the US and found that 80% of them find cryptocurrency appealing, while 60% feel that cryptos have a place in their portfolios. Grayscale Investments also sees increasing demands for crypto investments, so the institutions are waking up. Follow what they do, not what they say. This is a proof of it. Well-known hedge fund managers such as Paul Tudor Jones have been growing their Bitcoin holdings. Jones said that he has about 2% of his assets in Bitcoin. Other billionaires who are bullish on Bitcoin includes Virgin Galactic Chairman Chamath Palihapitiya and Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz. So these guys are doing the complete opposite of what this dude is talking about right now. And I'm going to show you an article that this dude right now talking negative about Bitcoin. I'm going to show you an article of him, the same Rodgers, in 2014 and why he is salty. So this is him. In May 2014, CoinDesk interviewed him and look what he said. Investor Jim Rodgers says, I missed the boat on investing in Bitcoin. This is 2014 now. He goes on to say that Bitcoin was the future of money. Says that if I was smart, I would have bought in the early days when people first told me about Bitcoin. I still don't know enough about it to invest in it. So this is what he said back in 2014. And as he was speaking back then, Bitcoin, historical snapshot right here, 2014, was sitting at $491 per coin. Wow. So $491 per coin. And he was saying he missed on the boat. And right now, we are sitting at $9,228 as we speak per coin. So, as he was speaking back then in 2014, he didn't miss at all. But I guess a billionaire like him doesn't need Bitcoin. So Bitcoin doesn't need him either, guys. And that is that for all of these OG investors, him and another guy named Warren Buffett. Of course, there are a bunch of 77-year-old men. All they know their whole life was cash and fiat money. So you can never expect them to join us in this journey. Next, we got a hacker group stole $200 million from 5 Bitcoin exchanges. This is crazy. The hacker group used spear-phishing attacks to gain access to crypto exchanges, and it proved to be effective. So it did so predominantly through spear-phishing attacks. The hackers reduced their activities though during the number 19 outbreak. And this is a single hacker group. The group, which Clear Sky calls Crypto Core, whom the firm believes operated out of Eastern Europe, has been targeting crypto exchanges since 2018. The group mainly targeted exchanges in the US and Japan. This is crazy. Every now and then you see your Twitter account is getting hacked by somebody from Eastern Europe, or somebody's trying to log in from somewhere around that area. There seem to be a lot of hacking activities going on in that area lately. So, though the rogue crypto gang has managed to take home $200 million in 2 years, Clear Sky believes that the group is not extremely technically advanced, so they might be amateurs after all. Instead, it is swift, persistent, and effective. The gang, Crypto Core, accessed crypto wallets owned by exchanges and employees. Here's how it works. Crypto Core starts with an extensive reconnaissance phase against the company. So the gang home their way is through spear-phishing attacks, which involves emailing an executive from an account that looks like a bona fide high-ranking employee, either from the same organization or from one that they are partnered with. So once the network has been infiltrated, the gang installs a malware and gains access to the executive's password manager's account. Wow, these guys have ways where all the keys to crypto wallets are stored. Then they wait. Should multi-factor authenticators be removed, the group acts immediately and responsively and drains the funds from the wallet, says Clear Sky. Clear Sky said that activities reduced in the first half of 2020. One possible reason is limitation induced by the number 19 pandemic that we just got out of, but it didn't stop them completely. Now, spear-phishing is a common method for crypto scammers and a massive problem. At the start of this year, a huge spear-phishing campaign was mounted against YouTubers. Accounts with lots of subscribers were hijacked when their owners clicked on dodgy links. So once hackers changed passwords, deleted all videos, and ran a single live stream featuring in an interview characters like Elon Musk or Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, the celebrities then asked viewers to send them cryptocurrency with promises that they would even send more back. A scam, of course, but a successful one. One Musk scam racked in $2 million in just 2 months. However, the crypto exchanges fared much worse. This is crazy, guys. A few weeks ago, there have been a lot of these activities. You see a lot of YouTube videos that says XRP, Ripple giveaway, Bitcoin giveaway, Litecoin, Cardano giveaway. They were all these guys orchestrating this, hacking into the real YouTuber's account to behave like this and steal your coins. Just beware. If you see a website that tells you that they are live and millions of people are watching them, it is a scam, fake views. They want your money, and they will show you a QR code that says send me some Ripple and I will send you more back. There is no such thing as free money, guys, so be extra careful. And on that note, if you like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. I've been your boy Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years.
True.
Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.